Hey guys, Takuyasugi here with a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is hero 185, Gargoyle. So it is a normal hero. You could buy it with GP if you please. So let's check him out here. So 3 hit basics, 1, 2, 3. Third hit will launch. You can loop these back to back twice. Pretty simple and straightforward. Doesn't seem to be any jump cancel. However, you do get anti-deflect, so that's always a benefit versus certain things like with Viking shields and all that kind of goodness. So not too bad there, not too bad. Not too extravagant either though. So moving on to the Hold D. Hold D is your passive. It's the main trait of the character. It uses a 100-meter passive. You turn into a gargoyle. If you let it go, if you don't touch anything, it'll automatically take you out of the gargoyle form. It seems to use about, give or take, 10 passive, and then it kind of ticks down, and for every little bit you're in the gargoyle form. You can hit your jump key to kind of go upwards into the air. The attacks themselves, you can press your attack key and it'll throw out a little poison ball. It kind of poisons them for a second. You can hit it multiple times. You can hit 2. Let's try this again. And it will lift off standing, and it will also lift off grounding, so it is a token ground reset. Usually if you don't do 2, it's going to be hard to get the juggle follow-up. So I'm kind of missing it. I'm not that good at it. I don't know why. Maybe I got to do it earlier. Let's try this again. So you have to have 50 passive, by the way, to trigger this. So there we go. They get up very quickly after that, too, by the way. So a little bit tricky to deal with. I don't know if you can do back-to-back spam. Seems like I got about 3 there. That was okay. But yeah, it's a ground pickup, and it has a little poison effect to it. It's kind of simple and straightforward, not too crazy. You can also hold D during this form, and you'll shoot out a little ball that briefly turns them into a petrification stone statue. This is pretty good range on it. Pretty easy to aim, and gives you a nice pop-up to juggle with, so not too bad. And you still get that hard knockdown effect off of that as well. That's also a nice thing. So just to see how this functions on a crowd really quickly, we'll check it out on a crowd. So you can see it only targets 1 or 2 at a time, but the little balls will go through and penetrate through, so that's a pretty nice thing about that. So not too bad. And you can also use this in the air, just like that. So not too bad. So moving on to your dash attacks. So you light 2-hit dasher. Simple and straightforward. 2-hit light dasher. 2nd hit feints. Your basics, by the way, do lift off feints and stuff. Just mention that really quickly. Dash hold D. It's like a 2-hitter that launches up into the air. Pretty quick. Gives you a nice juggle opportunity. And you can use this in between the first and second of your light dasher. So that can essentially be a 3-hitter if you're lucky and get all 3 hits to hit. So not too bad there. Doesn't ground pick up, however, as you can see there. Moving on to the jump attacks. 3-hit light jumper. The first 2 hits, just little flinches. You do get some floatiness to these jump attacks. So they are pretty responsive. And the 3rd hit, if you do land it, will give you a feint. So you can juggle off that and then do some nice stuff. Not too bad there. And you also have your hold D in the air as an option as well. So you got some pretty good juggle options. Simple juggles, but juggle options nevertheless less off that. So not too bad there, So defensive options, not too many on Gargoyle. Surprisingly, he doesn't seem to have a counterattack, but he does have a Dark Monk style trigger on his armor skill. That's pretty much all I see. And I do see some kind of strange glowing to him too. I don't know if that actually means anything, or it's just a simple effect or something. It's probably just a simple effect from his weapon skill or something like that. Anyway, let's go on to the skills here. So the weapon skill. Bring out 2 little gargoyles. Dual gargoyles. They'll continuously shoot people. And it can phase, it can petrify someone up to 2 times if it's just focusing on one person. Again, let's see how this functions on a crowd of people. You can see very effective on a crowd. It seems like it's got limited shots, so it doesn't last totally a long time like it did with just him, but it seems to last as long as it gets its shots out. Let me go ahead and do it from far away here just to check it out. Let's see how long they last. Yeah, they do seem to last a pretty good long ways. But they don't follow you. That's the only thing. It looks like they did seek out the pirate over here eventually. So the rage is a little bit tricky. I wanted to say twicky. But it's an okay weapon skill. It does hit grounded as well if you were curious. So you can use it as a ground resetter. So not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. So the armor skill, once again, this is just kind of a defensive move. Doesn't seem to have any offensive properties to it, so not too bad, though. Not too bad. It is an air recovery as well, I think. I don't know. It looks like you can't trigger in the air. I don't think you can trigger. I think it's just a half feint kind of thing. So, oh well. Oh well. Helmet skill. Now, this is interesting. You can aim this up and down. He shoots a beam out of his chest, Iron Man style. You hit someone with it. After a brief delay, they become stone. You can shoot them again. And shoot them again. It's a really tedious kind of skill if you use it on one person. But you can use it on multiple people. I think it's like 4 hits of it. So let me try this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's definitely 4. It's definitely 4. And it doesn't stack or anything if you were wondering. So trinket skill. Simple and straightforward. Quick slam down that petrifies someone. It's a really quick ground resetter if you want to get a ground combo. So yeah, not too bad there, not too bad. And it does seem like it does a hard pickup off that too, so it's not like Samurai's helmet where it just kind of scoops you off the ground. It's actually a really nice, hard knockdown kind of thing. So if you get a combo, kind of like, you know, get your basics going, and then do your whole D or so. Hopefully you don't screw up the whole D like I do constantly. But yeah, let me try this again. How frustrating, huh? Let's go ahead and stop right there. Then you can do your trinket, and that's quick enough to catch that. So then you can get a nice reset off of that, and then kind of get some more damage out of it. So I don't know if he does any more extensive combos. I would assume that you could do that quick enough, and then do the whole D. Yeah, if you could do that quick enough and do the whole D, I could see where that would be worth it. Let me try to get that here. I'm trying to get it to come out. I'm trying to get it to come out. It kind of almost wanted to come out there. All right. Oh, I don't have enough passive, so again, keep an eye on your passive meter. It comes back relatively quickly as you're running around and everything as well, so it's not too bad. But oh, I really would like to land that. If I could land that, it seems like you could do it, but there's something I'm doing wrong about it, I think. Let's try this again. That's really frustrating. I want that to land. I feel like I could do it after 2. Ah, too slow, too slow. Either way, I think that might be possible, but don't quote me on that, but it looks like that would be, and that would add some really advanced tactics to this character. Otherwise, he's relatively simple and straightforward with how he functions as a gargoyle. Like, this alone isn't too bad. I mean, you're getting some damage and stuff. His basics are pretty workable. It's just unfortunate that he doesn't really have a jump cancel or anything like that, but you know, he's okay. He's okay. He's kind of average run-of-the-mill. He's got some really simple stuff. But that doesn't mean he's bad. It just means he's kind of simplistic. Unless again, you can get that into a whole D, then I think he would be pretty advanced, because that's kind of hard to do. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. True story, my mom was actually afraid of gargoyles growing up.